Hello, everybody, and a very warm welcome to this live stream on the optimistic new moon in Sagittarius today. I'll just give people a chance to join. It takes a little while sometimes technically to all come together. But just think how long it would take if we had to get on boats and planes and cars. Aren't we privileged to be able to connect in this way? It's just a joy. So thank you, lovely Radhika, for moderating in the live chat. Really appreciate you. And I'm just excited to be with you on the time of a new moon, because new moon energies are new beginnings. It's an opportunity for a breath of fresh air to be injected into your world. So I'm hoping that this live stream today will be uplifting, inspiring, motivating for you. So it's an early Thanksgiving to those of you in the United States, and I think Canada celebrates it as well. So happy early Thanksgiving to you. And this is a time of harvest. I look around now in Greece, we've got lemons ripening on the trees. The oranges are just falling off the trees. It's beautiful. Yes, it's the harvest time. And with this new moon energy, you can create a new beginning for yourself. So what are your new beginnings that you want to create as we move towards the end of November and into December time? And I'm so grateful for you too, Carla. Thank you. Yes, yummy Greece, says Anne. Hello, Amanda in Cape Town. Hello, Sahini in India. Wow. And Grace in the Philippines. Isn't it wonderful? So the more I delve into astrology, I just finished up a reading with someone, and it's just, the more I do in astrology, the more I learn, and the more I realize how wonderfully powerful each one of your charts is. As an astrologer, it's my job to bring out all the instruments of your choir, your orchestra, all the voices. Because sometimes in your astrology chart, you're playing the circle, you're playing similar things. You go round and round. Certain planetary configurations in a chart can make somebody go round. And the astrologer's job is to help you to cut through sometimes. Maybe old patterns, same old, and to bring out more of your talents, more of your gifts. Yeah, more of the innate abilities that show in an astrology chart. And it's always fascinating. It's always wonderful. And so I'm just more and more enjoying this Sagittarian energy of teaching, of sharing inspiration. We had a great Saggy webinar yesterday. It was really inspiring. So it's a time of inspiration. Every time I talk to my Auntie Jenny, 100 years going on 101, bless her heart, she always says something that's inspiring. She said to me, she said, I don't like to watch too much television. She said, I'm reading books. And she said, sometimes there's a film that goes with the book. She said, and I watch it on my iPad. 101 nearly, watching on her iPad. So she's always growing, she said, and I do my own sewing. She does alterations on her dresses because she's only about 4'6". So she said, they're always too long. So she's always doing, never lets her mind go stale, because we're working a lot with the mental energies at this time. So what are you grateful for Every time I phone Auntie Jenny, she gives me at least 10 things that she's thrilled about. Oh, we went out yesterday. We went out to a school for dinner. She said, and it was delicious. She said, I had shepherd's pie. And she's thrilled to bits, eating shepherd's pie with all these children and her 72-year-old son, who she still tells what to do. So just let's now, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, in the spirit of a new moon in Sagittarius, let's share at least 3 things that you're grateful for. Amanita, your voice, your family, your friends, your home. Caroline, your new friend. For me, it is Radhika, you beautiful souls here online with me. The Zoom, the live stream that we're able to have together. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful that I love what I do. So come on, guys, let's just have a festival of gratitude. Be specific about some of the things that are really just inspiring you right now. Health, love, career, guidance, rest, family, beautiful. Give the ones you love wings to fly, roots to come back, and reasons to stay. Thank you. The Dalai Lama by Radhika. Adrienne, clear water. Althea, grateful to live near the ocean. Yes. Thank you, Maria. That's lovely. Festival of gratitude. Yes, imagine that. Downloads from the universe. Beautiful. Yeah. So just to keep this sensation of gratitude, because as you do that, you spread a vibration that is uplifting miles around. You have no idea how much you are helping many, many people. Twinkly D is grateful for your home, your fur babies, and your wood burner. Shari, shelter, electricity, hot water. Yes, beautiful. Ah, yes, it's going fast. Sahini's grateful for the dinner you just had a few minutes ago. The trees, Carla, yes, yes. Lovely. It's beautiful just to get into this sensation of the multitude of blessings that are constantly being bestowed upon us, and to verbalize them, to smile about them, because Sagittarius is about abundance. Sagittarius is about expansion. Oh, lovely, Tammy. Grateful you got to sit in the sun today. Jenny, grateful riding your bike at 63. You're a youngster. Yes. Geraldine, joy and gratitude. Yeah. But it's great to get specific. The more specific you can be, the better. So I'm grateful I didn't listen to my mind today, who was telling me it's very cold. You don't want to go for a swim today, do you really? And it's so funny. I went out in my flip-flops and my swimsuit twice. And I nearly came back the second time. And I thought, no, I'm not going to let my mind frighten me just because I'm the only one swimming in a relatively cold sea. I'm going anyway. And it was lovely. It was exhilarating. I got tangled up in a bit of seaweed, but it was very lovely getting a little bit bashed about by the waves and Greeks passing by in their coats and looking at like, who is that mad woman? But yeah, so anything that you do that is quite brave. Sagittarius goes outside its comfort. So what could you do now in these next days that takes you just outside the comfort that could be very exhilarating for you? Anybody wanting to share? Oh, very good. LT went to the lake today for a dip and a sauna. Lovely. Oh, thank you, Metaphysical Mike. You say, thank you, universe, and wow, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, Amanita bought a sparkly top. That is brave. Oh, you're going to resonate with the Pleiadian message coming up then. I'll be posting that in the next day or so. Fantastic. Okay, so once you get into this practice, it's life transforming. That's all I can say. It's just everything transforms around you for the better. And people around you don't know why they feel good, but they just feel good being around you. So these are very uplifting vibes. Thankful for your lovely partner, Marion, says Jeffrey. Beautiful. Breathing, Bren. Yeah. How amazing is that? Yeah. This is great. Hit the like, loves. Thank you, Laurel Ann. Thank you. Appreciate that. So I titled this Thanksgiving, but also a little peek into what's coming up, the types of energies that we're working with. Oh, that's beautiful, Carla. Being loving, especially to the difficult people. Love that. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. You guys, I love this. Isn't it great when we join in and this creates an energetic frequency that lifts? It's just lifting. It lifts. And we're going to find out, especially as now we're coming to this year, 2023, although it's predominantly earth and water, which it is, it's great. You're really coming in with your gratitudes. And I'm so grateful that you are sharing this. Yeah, it's beautiful. You're wishing a happy birthday. It's beautiful. Catherine is grateful to teach 5 Rhythms dance class with your friend this Friday, spreading love. Fantastic. Tammy feels great. Anna, you're loved, says Radhika. Yeah, it's we can do so much for one another energetically. The mind is so powerful. We're working with mental energy a lot. Mars is retrograde still in Gemini. That's the mental energy. And coming up, the next moon energy is, all right, you have to guess. I'm going to let you guess now. What is the next moon energy coming up? We have today is the new moon in Sag. Thank you, Anne, lifting the Saggy spirit. Appreciate that. What's the next moon? Who's going to guess it? The full moon coming up is in which sign? Oh, I love there's still the gratitudes coming in. They're rolling in. Jenny is grateful for your beautiful hot bubbly bath. We're grateful to have you, Cherry, on this live. Okay, Libra, Gemini, Capricorn. Oh, I love it. We're getting all sorts of suggestions here. Don't we love it? Okay, Radhika's on it. Maria's on it. Ito's on it. So, yeah, very good. The full moon coming up is in Gemini. Because somebody bought the Sagittarius t-shirt. She wanted it for her birthday. She was a Saggy. So I had to post that out to America. I think it should arrive on time with any luck. So the full moon that we will have in a couple of weeks from now is in Gemini. So we're working with mutable energies. Today, the new moon in Sag. 2 weeks' time, the full moon in Gemini. We've got to remember to play, to have fun, not to be too serious. Yeah, it's so easy to get serious. I had to go to the eye hospital this weekend. Nothing serious. I just had to have something checked. And behind the counter, at the admissions, was somebody terribly miserable. I mean, honestly, I felt so sad for her. You know, I was walking in and I was quite happy and joyful and grateful that they were open on a Sunday. And she was just, you know, obviously having a bad day or whatever. And the energy was heavy. And then she must have gone off shift. And then later on, I had to come back to reception, and there was a lovely woman on, and she was enthusiastic and inspiring and just uplifting and willing. And the energy of Sagittarius is a very willing energy. I'm willing. How can I help? What can I do for you? Yes, it's like this sort of puppy wagging its tail. Hello, hello. And so if you can bring that energy, you are tuning into this more mutable, playful, fun energy. And you must remember to skip if you are going to tune into Gemini energy. So because we've got this fine balance going on with the Gemini Sag, which is encouraging us to be playful, to see the positive side of things, but also to look at the power of your mental energy. The mind is so powerful. You can talk yourself into being sick. You can talk yourself out of being sick. I can remember when I was younger, I used to be very frightened of doing exams. I hated exams. And very often the exam would start and the teacher would ring up my mum and say, my name in those days was Barbara. Barbara's not very well. I think we're sending her home. And my mum would say, send her back into that exam room. She's totally fine. She's talked herself into not being well. And it was true. It was absolutely true. And I was fine. So what is it you are talking yourself into that is not supportive? And what is it you'd like to talk yourself into that is supportive? Because these are the areas that we're working with. These are the frequencies that are coming up at this time that we can work with positively. Yeah. I'm reminded that Yogananda talks about the fact that if you treat an illness or a little sickness, if you get a little sickness and you treat it like a very unwelcome visitor, you vibe it out, you give it the ice treatment. He said it won't stay around for long. You'll be amazed. Just don't give it much attention. Just do other things. Focus your mind on being well. So focusing your energy on what it is that you do want. Yes. And really using the power of the mind. And of course, we can use the power of the mind for others. The power of praying for others. The power of praying for other people's well-being. Your loved ones, and then everybody's well-being. Yeah, because we are all affected in one way or another by somebody else's misfortune and good fortune. And we can use our minds to create more harmony and peacefulness. So Althea says, Dr. Sarno on healing illness with the right state of mind. Absolutely. And of course, remember that doctors and medical professionals, you have to listen very carefully as to whether they are putting into you mind worms that are positive, and they're saying, yes, we can handle this, or whether they are giving you other types of messages. Yes, so very important to just be aware as you possibly can about the words you say. There's a little anonymous quote here. Be careful of the words you say. Keep them short and sweet. You never know from day to day which ones you may have to eat. So yes, this is great. This is beautiful. Truth Seeker, you're grateful for all the people you interact with. And we're all one, yes, even the unpleasant ones. And sometimes you'll find that an unpleasant behavior hides underneath a real heart of gold. So let's just again have this example of wanting to be uplifters And certainly if you're listening here and you're part of these live streams, I'm certain that you are an uplifter wherever you are. So one of the principal things that we are coming into is we're going to have the new year, the Chinese New Year coming in next year, actually in February, the year of the rabbit. Yes, the year of the rabbit. So you will be a rabbit year if you're born in 39, 51, 63, 75, 87, 99, and 2011. So the rabbit is supposed to be a very lucky animal. And it's really, it's gentle, isn't it? It's got a gentleness, and it's ever so sweet, rabbits. Yes, I had a friend with a rabbit called Simon, and she used to love this rabbit. So they're vegetarians, I believe. I think they're herbivores. And they like to burrow in the earth. And it's supposed to represent kindness and tenderness. And it's a water rabbit year, so there's a gentle energy coming up. Very emotional, creative, artistic, romantic. So you might want to, your daughter Sarah was drawing rabbits last night. So you might want to just think about the rabbit energy, because that's what we're coming into. Now, Sag, Gemini, Capricorn. Sag and Gemini is playful, fun, big ideas, hopefully kind words, power of the mind. And Capricorn. As we move through December, we move into Capricorn energy. On the 7th of December, Mercury will go into Capricorn. And Mercury will be in Capricorn until the 18th of January. So it's in Capricorn for 7 weeks. Usually Mercury stays in a sign for 3 weeks, but it will go retrograde on the 29th of December until the 18th of January. So it's a long time in Capricorn. And Mercury rules Gemini. So what this suggests to me is that this is a great time for putting your ideas, Gemini, your thoughts, your ideas, into practical action, Capricorn. Walking your talk, doing things that are practical. And we go into the new year with Mercury retrograde, Mars retrograde, and many of the outer planets in Earth signs, especially for the second half of the year. So it's a really good time to organize your practical world. Right? It's a really good time. So anything with your finances, your relationships, nature, anything on the practical level, this is the year to get it sorted, because once we go into 24, 5, 6, the energies are speeding up like no man's business, honestly. If you think they're fast now, everything is going into warp speed at that point. So this year, 23, is a wonderful year for getting grounded, for being as much in control of your own physical circumstances, your physical body, your reactions to situations, to get back to Tai Chi, a meditation practice, anything that enables you to be the calm amidst the storms that may be raging around, but that you still stay calm. Because when you can put out a calming energy, even in the midst of turmoil or turbulence, that energy infects and spreads out to other beings, the animals, the plants, and other people. So it's really valuable. That's why I'm really practicing assiduously now my meditation practice. I've still got a lot of work to do. That's why I'm practicing it a lot, but really so that I can be a calm influence and not a panicky, anxiety-ridden energy. Because that's what happened during COVID. COVID, we brought this whole energy of panic. The panic was worse than the actual disease for many people. So this is a wonderful time to really find the calmness. Happy birthday, Debbie! Your birthday today. Love you too. So great, Amanita. You meditate in the morning, pray in the evening, whatever it is, for you to be able to be this calmness. Because you can spread that energy, and when there is an energy of calm, there cannot be violence. Violence escalates in an energy of fear and anxiety. So that's going to be really important. Build your foundations. The foundation of a building is not visible, right? You don't see it, but without it, you're very vulnerable. So I honestly, to the best of your ability, build your inner foundations and simplify your life as much as you can. Yeah, don't take on more responsibilities, really evaluate the responsibilities you take on and say, do I need it? Do I really need this? And what for? Really, really think about that. Capricorn rules integrity as well. So operating from a world of honesty and integrity. And boy, there's a lot of scammers out there. I must alert you once again, it's segueing into this. I hadn't thought about talking about this, but it's important because on almost every video of mine now, there are WhatsApp impersonators, people asking you, impersonating me, WhatsApping you for money. I've had somebody quite recently lose a lot of money to one of these people, and it was not me. So some of them can be very convincing. So please, please, please know that I do not solicit business, right? I will never come asking you for money and asking you for business. Know that these are impersonators. So just know that. So it's time now to really look inside at your integrity and to self-reflect. The retrograde energy, the Mercury in Capricorn, is all about self-reflection. And I'm reminded of this great story of this king who wanted to offer his beautiful daughter's hand in marriage. And there were many suitors, of course. And he thought, now how can I get the kind of husband for my wonderful daughter that I'd really like, somebody who's really honest and has integrity? So he said, anybody that can steal something without anybody else knowing it, come and see me and come and ask for my daughter's hand in marriage. So they came by the droves. Some came with gold. One came apparently with a big chariot. How on earth you'd steal a chariot without other people knowing, don't know. But okay. So different ones came. And then eventually one suitor came along and he had nothing. And he said to the king, he said, look, he said, if I stole something and nobody else knew, he said, that's not the point. He said, I've come with nothing because I can't steal anything, because even if nobody else knew, I would know. So this, and of course, he was the one that got the daughter's hand in marriage. So it's this depth of integrity and honesty that is really being called for at this time, because you've got to beware of scammers. I may have fallen to a scam. I'm not sure. I'll tell you about it more likely when it's over. But my dear Auntie Jenny needed some sleeping pills which she's been taking for 40 years. And they're not available now in the UK since Brexit. So I've ordered. I mean, I wouldn't have done it for me, but I wanted to do it for her because she's really, getting a little anxious about it. So I've ordered some, and it seemed a little dodgy, I've got to be honest, but let's see. I'm hoping and praying that it may actually arrive. So we don't know, but be aware of dishonesty and be aware on how you can raise the consciousness of the necessity to be honest, because if you're not being honest, somebody's watching you, something's watching you, and you're watching you, and on your conscience, it lies on some level. So that's really what I wanted to say. And whenever we get off the phone, Auntie Jenny says, when I get off the phone from you, I can feel the sun for a few minutes afterwards. I feel the Greek sunshine, which is really sweet. So yes, thank you. Don't take any meds from the internet. I know. You know somebody who died. Oh God. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, I'll keep you posted, and we'll see if it's not that. Maybe something else will come up that will be helpful for her. We're trying her on all kinds of natural remedies, but the natural one apparently makes her very drowsy in the day. And she wants to do her puzzles, and she wants to go out for lunch, and she wants to go and be with people when she can, when she gets taken out. So yeah. So, yeah. So, my lovelies, do your best with the Gemini and Sag energy to see the funny side of situations. You'll be surprised at how many times you can see a funny side of a situation. I was visiting Ayos Ephrem. It's a lovely monastery that's quite near to where I live here in Marathona. And I love going there. It's got some really beautiful vibrations. So there I am in my little Nissan Micra, little old jalopy. And it's narrow roads. And I'm just driving out. And ahead of me is an enormous bus. I mean, one of those tourist buses, because they come by the busload. And I'm like, right, there's no way I can back up backwards down that narrow road. I just can't do it. And the bus driver's laughing. I can see him smiling away. Anyway, as luck would have it, this lovely priest jumped out in his robes, in his hat, jumped out of the bus, and he said, would you like me to back the car up for you? Oh, I said, yes, please. So this big, tall priest got in my little tiny Micra, backed it up, got it out of the way of the bus, wished me well. It was lovely. And they all waved to me from the bus. So, yeah, I do get myself into scrapes, but it is fun. And usually, all's well that ends well. It really is. So I just want to thank you all so much. I hope that you've got the vibrations that are coming up. I want to thank you, Radhika, for doing a terrific job. Thank you to so many of you who've made great comments and contributed in so many different ways. And I hope that I may see you on a webinar. I'm still doing some readings, although my schedule, as you know, is super booked. But join me on the live streams. Join me. I'll be doing some more interviews soon. And just know that I'm sending you positive, uplifting, loving energies. Let's create a love bomb. All right, let's do that. So from rabbits, lucky rabbits, happy Thanksgiving to you all, and much, much love. Bye for now.